Hey you guys, Dry Socket here. And today what we're going to do is we're going to look at the first of a couple non-traditional cowboy action guns. Because the main objection that I will usually hear from people of why they haven't started cowboy action is they don't have the guns to shoot. Now, number one, if you don't have the guns to shoot, come out to the match. I'm sure many of us bring lots of extra guns, or if you let us know in advance, we will bring you guns. We have backup guns and different things, and we are very happy to let you borrow some stuff and getting out there on the range, because ultimately that is how we grow the sport and get more people in, and we want more people in cowboy action because it's a lot of fun. But most of the people that I know that are interested in cowboy action have at least one gun that would qualify for cowboy action shooting. You know, a lot of times that's like a Stoker coach gun. You know, they might have a single action revolver, or they have, you know, some kind of lever action rifle, you know, a Henry Big Boy or something like that. The gun that I want to look at today, and this is one that I got because it's cool. And I got it before I started cowboy action shooting, but when I knew what cowboy action shooting was, and I knew kind of some of the things that made a good cowboy action gun, like being a short rifle, so I picked this up. I did not know that this is not the best gun for cowboy action for a couple reasons. This is a Winchester 94. If you're gonna get a 94 and you wanna shoot a 94, the Marlin 94 is a much better choice. The Winchester 94, it has a very long stroke there. And that stroke, the way that the internals are, you can't short stroke it. So you're gonna have a long lever when you're firing. That's okay. That's you're not gonna be setting land speed records when you start anyway. What makes this a gun that's a little bit unfortunate for cowboy action is this is chambered in 45 Colt, as it should be, right? And it's an 18-inch barrel. What that means is when I go and I put in my 45 Colt, I'm gonna get 9 in there, and then I'm done. I can't get another one in. Now, does that mean you cannot shoot this in cowboy action? No, it means you have a couple choices. The simplest thing that you can do is you can shoot 9. This has a very nice, just over the top reload to shoot there. And fire that last one. So you can reload one on the clock. Is it the most ideal thing that you could do? No. But there is another little trick that you can do to get it to shoot 10. So this is a 45 Colt round. And this is what I typically shoot in cowboy action. These are from Cowboy Choice there. You can see the size of that round. Now, 10 of these will not fit in that magazine tube on that Winchester 94. However, it will also shoot the 45 Schofield, which you will notice is a little bit shorter. What you're saving in the length on that Schofield round, when you multiply that by 9 times, you can fit a 10th round in. So it means you have to shoot, you know, a different ammunition type. It means you have to get these. I also got these ones from Cowboy Choice, and they're comparable in cost to the other 45s. But that does give you an option that if you have one of those short Winchester 94s, or if you want to pick one up because they're not that expensive, I'll often see them around the $700, $800 range. You could shoot that in cowboy action. Again, you're going to have a longer stroke. It's a slower gun, but it's still a cool gun, and it can get you out onto the range, especially if you already have it. Just get out there and shoot it. Let's take a look at me firing this one. So I had a little bit of a hitch in that that lever there. I had been shooting, you know, cowboy action all day before I shot this. So when you're, you know, used to levering to there, having to go to there feels a little bit different. And then the trigger pull on that is a little bit more intensive than my trigger. You can do something about the trigger pull, but that lever, you got to go kind of all the way there. Now, this is still a very nice gun. Again, it being short there, it moves really nice. You can get it around, acquire targets quickly. It's got that, that side gate there, and then the way the action works, you can come right over the top with a reload, which makes reloading, you know, on the clock very nice if you have to do a one-shot reload or if you accidentally jack one out here. Let's take a look at putting some rounds into it. All right, so here we are there. We've got, again, that loading gate. I've got some 45 Colt dummy ammunition here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 5 of those in the gate. Again, it will not hold 10 of these. I don't have any dummies of the Schofield. There is our 5. And we'll come up. We're working the action. You see we're coming right in. Fire. This one is an angled eject. When you see those listed, there'll be a 94, Winchester 94 AE for angled eject there, but they just drop right off the side, which makes them nice and easy to collect there. Now, again, it will hold 10 of the Schofield rounds. If you don't believe me, check this out. So would I recommend this Winchester 94 as a main match cowboy action rifle? No, of course I wouldn't. However, if you have this already and you're trying to get into cowboy action shooting, this is gonna let you get out there, get that Schofield ammunition, or if you really wanna shoot the Colt, just, you know, load one at the end of your sequence, and it's gonna allow you to engage the targets and learn the patterns and learn the rules and get out there and shoot, and that's the most important thing. So no excuses. If you have this rifle, shoot this rifle. Otherwise, we'll take a look at a couple other ones. We'll take a look at the Henry Big Boy next week there, and some other kind of non-traditional cowboy action rifles. You have a good one. Shoot what you got.